explain that in a second anyway.
Okay.
If you'd like to go inside, I just trying to see what you may have had previously or not. Right.
I don't want to be in the video.
Video.
I know what I
I'm in all of them.
I'll bet you are.
Right.
I bet you could be a film star, eh?
Oh, well, yeah. I wish I'd had the money for the film star, but I wouldn't want the fame or anything else. Right, so what we've got here is your control panel. Okay? You can see that there. It's switched on, obviously you can see lights working and things, other things working. That is your master switch there.
Yeah.
That's your 12 volt systems on. That's your menus buttons.
Yeah.
That one there is your water pump.
Yeah.
That one there is your master switch for your lights.
Yeah.
That's one the master switch for your dimmable lights, which is the ones above the locker. And then that one's an awning light. So you've got the awning light on the fob, awning light you can press there, or awning light you can press on one of these here.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the screen's quite dull at the moment, you can't see it. If I wave my hand in front of it, lights it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will go to sleep again after so many seconds, about 30 seconds, unless you change it. So what's showing on the screen at the moment is voltage of your battery.
Yeah.
So your ledge battery, or my ledge battery at the moment. That L in the little battery there, that's to say it's connected to your ledge battery. Flash of electric, that's to show you've got electric connected.
Yeah.
And then clock. Alright?
Yeah.
Okay, if I want to, I can scroll up and down to see different things. System settings. You were talking about if you wanted to operate on an app, you can operate it via Bluetooth by sitting in here.
Well, did you go on to what app was that then? Is Sterling, is it, or Swift, is it? Or
It's a Swift command. The
Swift command, is it?
Is the one you want. Okay, so you go into there and you can pair it up on Bluetooth for the first time. With that app also, you can operate it remotely. So as long as the caravan's in a place where it's got a phone signal, and you are where you've got has got a phone signal, you can talk to it via the app. Say from here to wherever. So from home, if you've got the van somewhere, or which will also communicate with the heating system.
Switch the heating on.
Yeah, it can switch the heating on. You can the lights up and down. It can tell you all sorts of things. Okay.
Yeah.
System settings also. If you want to set the clock, if you go into that, it will also set. You can set your clock. Heating settings. If you want to operate this, to this system to operate your heating, you have to go. If you go into heating settings, see it says control manual at the moment. So I'm operating the heating system off the actual control panel itself on the heater.
So that's a heating control panel,
which I'll go through in a second. If you wanted to and operate it, you can operate on a timer from here to control that, or you can set app. So if you want to operate app on your app, that will then control that as well. Okay, but I'll leave it on manual for now. Exit settings. What you've also got is obviously that's your system settings, heater settings, dimmable level. So a dimmer level, when you're scrolling around looking for that, or by just, I'll just switch the dimmer lights off all in one on the master switch. If I press that on again, what you'll see is dimmer level will come back on there.
Gotcha,
Alright? Or you can just scroll up and down trying to find that anyway. But if I press the arrow pointing towards the screen now, you see it says it's at 50, which is 50%. I keep pressing it. You see that now? I don't think you see it's brightening. So that's now on 100%.
Got you.
If I press it again, it'll drop down to 5. So it's just where you want to set it. You can do that on the app as well. You can dim the lights up and down on the app if you really wanted to. Internal temperature, that's showing nothing at the moment. AC limit. So on sites you go to, obviously the bollard that you connect to has got a limit of how much electric you can have. Normally it's Caravan Club is around about 16 amp. Okay, if you overdraw that, you end up tripping the bollard. Okay, so say you've got a lot of electric in here. Heating 3 kilowatts. You've got a few kilowatts on there. You've got 1800. You got 1 and 2 kilowatt. So it's all adds up. You switch all them things on all at the same time, it will overdraw the power. It will trip the bollard. So what you can do is set a limit. So if I press the arrow now, that's now set to 5 amp. Okay. If I overdraw that, you see in the centre there it's showing 3.2 at the moment. That's what I'm actually using. If I set it to 5 amp, if I go above that, so say I have the electric kettle, switch that on, it goes above that limit, it will shut down the power on the heating side of it. So the heater, if you're operating on 3 kilowatts, it will drop down to 2 or 1 if it needs to. When the kettle clicks off, it will come back up again on the heating. Alright?
Okay.
So 5 amp is the lowest, all the way up to 16 amp.
If needed.
Or you just switch it off and just be careful. Have you done it previously? Okay. The more than likely you're probably going to be drawing more energy in the winter time rather than the summer, because you don't tend to have as much energy.
Will a leisure battery run microwave?
No. Microwave is only electric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tank fill. So just have a look down here. If you remember, we've got the onboard tank. Open this flap up here. So, all right, you got this here. You just stand up a minute. It's just draw the door. That's it. Look. Right. So that's your onboard tank. Okay. The drain. I'm just trying to think what type of drain you may have had for your water system, your boiler.
It's something similar to
Was it a yellow lever?
Yellow
like that?
lever
Yeah,
like that.
that's good. So what you've got there,
What you
that-
mean, man? Is
the one on the right, that is for your onboard tank. There's one down here on the left. That's for your boiler and your rest of your water system.
yeah.
Okay. So if you want to drain your onboard tank, it's that one. Want to drain the rest of your water system in your boiler, is that one on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. What you've also got is this. See that lever
So which
there?
way that lever go? Okay. Would it go opposite way or straight uphill?
What?
The yellow
one.
lever.
Yeah. To drain it.
Yeah.
Lift it upright.
Upright.
Yeah.
vertical,
At the moment,
yeah.
it's closed at the moment, so it allows
Yeah.
water to run round.
Yeah.
If you lift it up vertically, it will drain down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This one here is directional, so you can see it's pointing towards your Akerol at the moment.
Yeah.
So that will draw the water from the Akerol.
I see.
If I want to draw the water from the onboard tank, I'll just turn it down. So you can see it on here. It shows you on this info note as well.
Yeah.
It's pointing downwards. That's drawing water from your onboard tank.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll put that back to pointing towards the Akerol for now. Okay. So if you want to fill the tank, if you remember, we've got them two inlets on the outside. You
Yeah.
put to the one that says direct to tank, which is the top one.
Yeah.
Then all you do is locate. So you scroll up and down until you see tank fill, which says off at the moment.
Yeah.
Press the arrow, which is or the button that's pointed with the arrow towards the screen. Click on that. It says on. Obviously, I'm not connected,
Yeah.
so you won't hear anything happening because it's obviously not connected. And then you've got that icon in the top right-hand corner that's saying that's in process.
Yeah.
It will switch off when it gets to full. It will switch the pump off.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might still want to switch that off. Disconnect the pump. Go and fill your Akerol back up again. Then connect to the bottom one. Then you've got the equivalent of two.
Whatever.
Yeah, roughly 2 Akerols.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, select battery. So if you did have the vehicle attached on the pitch, you could perhaps select the battery, similar to what you did in the motorhome. You could select the vehicle battery sometimes instead
Yeah.
of the leisure battery. Probably not a good idea. Same with the motorhome, that you could go and flat the battery on your vehicle. Obviously, it's not a good
Yeah.
idea. Solar power. You've got a solar panel up on the roof. That's showing what.
How many
voltage-
watts is that one? Is it?
I'm not sure. I think it's 80. I
Yeah.
think it's 80 watts on that one. Because they do vary on these different models. No vehicle batteries there, so that's why it's showing near 0. And then leisure charging, we're back to that. So you want to see what your battery's doing. You can just see that little sun icon. That's to say your solar panel's operating now.
Okay. Yeah.
You won't see that all the time, but when it's obviously got enough daylight, then that will.
It'll do work. It'll work.
Yeah, and it'll just keep your battery
Top.
topped up. It's not going to operate everything.
No.
You switch all the lights on, it's still going to drain the battery if you've got no electric connection.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
happy with that bit?
Yeah.
Good. Right, what we'll do, we'll go through your heating one next. I'll just stand here, I don't know if you can see that from there.
You just hang on to that, Mary.
Is it up and down?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you would have had something, well, I'll say something similar, it's obviously slightly different. Heating system, it's switched on via that button there.
Yeah.
What it is you've got one boiler, similar to your combi boiler,
Yeah.
but this is not blown air, it just circulates. In that corner is where your boiler is at the front.
Yeah.
It holds 10 litres, similar to your combi boiler. Right, this one here, showing on the main screen now, this plug here, that's to say you've got electric connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so the consumer unit, which is sitting under there, it's got an orange button on it. If that button hasn't been switched on, which is your main isolator for it,
Yes.
if that's not switched on, that little plug won't be there.
Got
That
you.
little
So
plug's
it wants to be on all.
yeah, if you want to operate on electric, that has got to be there.
There, got
Obviously, if
you.
you're not connected to electric, that won't be showing.
No.
Okay. What we've also got this corner here, which you can't see at the moment, so I'll just increase temperature. I don't really want to increase temperature because it's warm enough, but right, I've just setting the thermostat now, which is I've set to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
If you look here now, that is icon there is to say the heating has been circulated around this van.
Yeah.
Okay. If that is not there, that means the heating is not going around the van. Okay.
Yeah.
So that roughly means the heating's off. So you can't actually switch the heating off. All you do is set the thermostat. So if I don't want the heating running now, say I'll set it to 24 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously it's warmer than that. It says 26 degrees on there. It's 24 degrees. I've set it to, so obviously the heating's been switched off.
Yeah.
It's below that until it naturally drops down to 24 or probably a bit less. Then it'll allow the heat to come on. And so it'll keep it around about that 24 degrees then.
Okay.
Unless someone leaves the door wide open, temperature gets a lot colder rather quickly, obviously in the winter. Right. The next one you've got along is your water heating. So that's water heating off. Press the plus button, it goes green.
Yeah.
Half a triangle coloured in. Don't ask me why it's a triangle and half coloured in.
Yeah.
That is your normal running for your water heating. Okay?
Yeah.
You have also got a boost function. If I press the plus button again, full triangle coloured in now.
Yeah.
That's on the boost function.
Got
What that
you.
will do, it'll run for 30 minutes on that.
Yeah.
Concentrate all the heating on the hot water. So what it will also do is switch the circulation pump for the heating off if it's in operation. Okay, for that period
Yeah.
of time. After 30 minutes, it'll revert back to normal running, or you can switch it back manually by doing that. Okay. Next one along is your energy. So maximum 3 kilowatts. So you got option 1, 2, or 3, or off. Okay. Then gas. So that gas is on at the moment. If I switch that, that's gas off.
Green is gas on.
Yeah. Okay. At some stage, you may want to operate on both. So if you imagine in the summer, I'll just switch it off for a minute. If you imagine in the summer, 2 or 3 kilowatts is probably efficient enough to heat you up hot water.
Yeah.
Because you're not really going to probably need much heating. Fingers crossed. If it stays like this. If you compare that, if you imagine that at home, if you've got a 2 kilowatt kettle, that's trying to heat up that much of water in it. 2-3 litres. It's
Yeah.
not trying to heat your kitchen at the same time, is it? Okay. So if you imagine you operating this on 2 kilowatts in the winter, it's going to struggle. It's not going to get the temperature you want. It'll give you some give you some warmth and give you some warm water, but especially from start up. So when you get to site and it's pretty cold, it's going to take a while on 2 kilowatts, and you might not get the temperature you want. So if you operate it on both, so say 2 kilowatts and gas,
Yeah.
it'll use both energies from cold, get up to temperature, then it'll shut the gas off. It'll tick over nicely on the electric, unless again someone leaves the door wide open, temperature drops,
Yeah.
gas will kick back in again, boost it back up again. Okay,
Yeah.
happy with that bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that,
Remembering it.
yeah, that's it. Wait, I'm gonna say it's
Yeah. When you play,
it's
play
not too,
about with
once
it.
you've played with it a few times, you'll so on off there.
Yeah.
So that switches the whole heating system off and your hot water
Yeah. Menu.
menu. If I want it a bit warmer,
Yeah.
increase it, or don't need it
Do-
as warm,
yeah.
but it'll allow it to drop down to that temperature. Obviously, unless it's like a day like today when it's really hot. Water heating, that's on, that's off, and you press it again, it goes to boost.
Yeah.
Then it's just energy then, so it's up to 3 kilowatts on the electric and gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There is further menu. I don't know if you want me to go through all that as well. There's quite a bit of other items on there.
What's
A is activated function, so that is switched on at the moment. What that is third party panel. So with that switched on, that control panel will talk to that. So if you operate on an app,
Yeah.
that needs to be switched on, which I'll leave switched on,
Yeah.
and it will allow it to talk to
Talk
that.
to that.
Yeah. And then further menu, press the menu button in the bottom right hand corner. You've got all these different icons that light up. This one here there's timers, so that is a timer there. You have got a timer, you can control it from on there as well. But this is the Aldi system timer. That is a reduced temperature timer for night time.
Yeah.
You can set a timer for overnight at a lower temperature. It won't bring that temperature down, but it will obviously naturally hold it once it drops down to that temperature. That's a 7-day timer, so you can set obviously 7 days. That one there is prioritization to energy. So as I said, if you're using on both energies,
Yeah.
at the moment it's prioritized to electric.
Yeah.
So as it gets up to temperature, gas is shut off,
Yeah.
it'll tick over on electric. Obviously after a few seconds it goes back to main screen. This one here, I'll just show you that one. Backlight. So at the moment this is quite nice and bright at night time. Obviously it won't affect you too much if that door's shut, but that glows quite well.
Yeah.
What you can do if it does annoy you, if there's someone sleeping in this area, you set it to dark. It does, obviously, as it says on the tin, dark. Little green light in that button says it's still operating. I just tap the screen, it says, and wakes it up. Okay, otherwise there's another option. Obviously you can change it up and down on the dark or bright, or invert. Invert, what that is, dark screen, you can still see the icons.
Got you.
Alright?
Yeah.
So is your arm getting heavy yet?
No, it's my legs aching.
Is your legs aching? I'm going to say normally it's normally that. Right. Anything that's grey, that's obviously something that doesn't is not attached to this van. That one there is obviously to set your clock. This one there, if you remember Pac-Man, have you ever seen Pac-Man? That's nothing to do with Pac-Man actually. It's to do with hot water tank and having you may have bugs in the tank.
Yeah.
You know, Legionnaires' disease, anything like that.
So
if it hasn't.
if there's a problem with the water.
Yeah. So what that will do is, if you've got the clock set and that's switched on, it will automatically boost the so it's a bit similar to the water boost function. Around about 2 o'clock in the morning, it will heat the boiler up, so it's above that temperature that these bugs can survive.
Yeah.
Okay. Thermostat. It's just gone past. Oh, there we go. That one's you can calibrate the thermostat. This one here, mountains.
Yeah.
If you go above 1,000 meters, the guy, you're sitting on top of Snowdon, it's probably in this country, or the Alps if you go into France. It needs extra air into the boiler if you operate on gas.
Yeah.
That just switches on this fan that draws extra air into it.
I've got you.
If you've done that by mistake, all it will do is, or you've gone below 1,000 meters, it will just eat more gas if you've got the gas operating.
Gotcha.
Okay. Next one, as it keeps going back, that one there, every time I touch the screen it goes beep, it's switched off at the moment. You can switch that back on if you wanted to. Delayed timer on that one. What you can do is, if you've got this set up at home, you've got it plugged in, if you're like myself, you like to air it out over winter, unless you use it over winter obviously, you can actually set a timer to operate once a week for 24 hours. So say you set it up for Friday on the 5 o'clock on Friday or 9 o'clock in the morning, it'll run for 24 hours and then it will switch
Can you
itself
set
off.
it for it to go on like more than once a week?
Well, yeah, you can do a timer. Yeah, you can put the timer on.
Yeah.
If you want to, or you can do that via that system as well. Then that one there has to do with the circulation pump. So at the moment it's thermostatically controlled. So as it gets up to temperature, that circulation pump will switch off. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, you can actually switch it to continuous, so it'll run all the time. So it'll just churn the heat all around the van all the time. The only problem with that is the boiler may suffer because you're taking the heat away from the boiler all the time. Okay, then what we've got here, reset. Obviously that resets the factory settings. External, this, if you had an extra box fitted with a SIM card, you can actually, before that system came along, you could operate this via a SIM card, via an app.
Yeah.
Language, if you want to talk French and German to it, you can do, by changing the language.
Swear at it, can you do that?
Well, you can still do that, yeah. I've asked some people, have asked if you can speak Welsh to it, I'm afraid. Well, you can speak to it, but you won't understand it. So it's service. So that what that will show is, if say you're talking to an engineer over the phone, he says, well, this is not happening, this is not too cold, whatever, it's not heating up. You can press that service button, or you can, and tell him what the temperatures of the boiler is operating at. Okay, then installed accessories. That's that one there, third-party panel. That's what is that is switched on at the moment. So these two can communicate if you want to. Okay.
Okay.
Is that enough information yet?
Yeah, I think so. I think there is in the minute.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of information.
It's getting your head in it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Right. But the basics are, there are basics that you can control the temperature, you can switch the water heater on,
and then you play about with it.
Yeah, that's it. You can make it as simple as you want. You can make it as complicated as you want. It's up to you. And again, the app is something else again. But if you want to play with the app, it's.
Yeah, I don't think that might not happen.
No. Some people like technology, some people don't. I'm not over brilliant with technology, to be quite honest. But when I go away on holiday, I don't particularly want all the stress of technology messing about. Okay, right. Some other things we've got. Obviously, cooker, 12-volt igniter there. So that button there. So you've got the burners as normal. So it might be something similar. I don't particularly want to put that on for too long because it's too warm anyway.
Yeah.
What will happen is when you put this down, obviously what you normally do anyway, but that will shut all the gas off to the cooker.
Yeah.
So grill or oven will not be lighting if that is down.
Got you.
So to operate everything, pop that up. You have got a light for the oven. So as soon as you take your finger off, the light goes out. The igniter obviously ignites everything. The oven has got an igniter on the actual button itself, or on the control itself. With your last one, you may have had a burner which was sitting at the back.
It wasn't that big, was it?
No. But it might have been a combined oven and grill, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, you may have had a burner at the back.
Yeah.
This has got a burner under the plate. So if you're operating it and you're looking for a burner, there's two holes here.
Yeah.
And you can see obviously the flames through that.
Yeah.
Okay. Grill pan, you've got a decent grill pan on these.
Yeah,
And the
that's
handle's
good.
in there. So you put as many sausages as you want on there. Okay. Microwave. Big button opens it. Do not travel with glass plating. Obviously you'll be more aware of that in motorhomes because everything that's in there that can move and rattle, you want to be able to get it.
Ours did rattle, didn't it, mate?
The good thing about a caravan is you can't hear it rattling. But that, you do not want that popping out and going dunk onto there.
No.
It's going to cost money. Okay. To operate the microwave, this control on its own does nothing. What you need to do is press the microwave button once.
Yeah.
That sets the power as the compressor comes on again. So you can change the power from 100%, 50%, whatever you want to set it to. Press the microwave button again, and then you can turn that for seconds. Okay?
Yeah.
And you just press start, away it goes. There's also a quick start. If you press that, it goes up in 1 minute increments. So say you want 2 minutes, press it twice, and it starts straight away. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Pete.
Next thing you got is your fridge freezer.
That's the same.
Is that the same as your last one?
Very similar.
Very similar. So yeah, if you had the freezer and the fridge,
Yeah.
on off button is that one there on the left.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Exactly the same,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You happy how that works then? Yeah.
And the gas and the electric.
Yeah.
and-
So if you want a gas, you just say gas,
Yeah.
and if it's 12 volt, obviously that's coming from the car or the vehicle. And you've also got that there. You see that button? I don't know if you had that before. That will warm up the edge of that. So the freezer box, if it's quite warm, condensation around it will freeze shut.
Yeah.
You press that button there, and that will warm up around the door, and it should release it.
I don't know whether we had that there.
If you had that, you might have had. If this was kind of sitting out a little bit, you might have had a little rocker switch here on that. But so temperature range. Well, that's what you got with this one, so you don't need to worry about your old one. So temperature range, all 5 lit. That's the coldest the fridge is going to be. It's not. It's not controlling temperature in your freezer. It's just your fridge. So that button there. So you just scroll it around
To what
find the best settings.
setting, yeah.
Okay, and then if your gas fails, I'll just show you on failure. So failure, you've got a red light flashing, hazard lights flashing, and whatever energy is flashing. It's flashing on battery at the moment because the 12 volts not connected to your car.
Got
and,
ya.
and the engine's not running. If that's doing that on the gas side of it, the reason for that is it hasn't lit. The gas has not lit.
Yeah.
So all you do is check you have turned your gas on. You have got gas, and all you do is just press the hazard button there, and that'll reattempt to light it.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, it's that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, how is it? Yeah. TV
Yeah.
aerial,
Yeah.
which is directional, is here, which is a bit awkward to get to. You can see it's got a little indicator there,
Yeah.
little window. That's to say the top of the aerial is flat at the moment. If I wound that handle up, there is an info note on here. If it's in the red, I'll do that. It's now up on its edge.
Yeah.
So have a look, see what everybody else is doing. If they've got it up like that or like
Put
that,
it like that.
do the same as whatever they're doing. And being a directional one, you can actually obviously turn it around as well. Obviously, again, see where everybody else is pointing theirs, and then it will. So all you do is just lift it up, turn it to wherever you need to turn it, lock it up.